I will be heading out right after the show.
Yes, same here. So we'll meet you there.
Yeah, we will.
We're going to check in with our Dennis Valera, who's in Visalia for the Pint for Pie blood drive there a little later on in the show.
Yeah,
So
lots of people everywhere.
On to another health topic that many people are dealing with, loved ones with dementia.
That's right. As a caregiver, how do you cope? We're here to help us sort through all of those feelings is Dr. Jasmine Singh. She's a resident physician at UCSF Fresno. So good to see you, Jasmine.
So good to see you. I'm really happy to be back.
Oh my goodness, this is such a great topic.
Yes.
Tell us how rampant dementia and Alzheimer's is here in the world.
It is very rampant. Alzheimer's, which is the most common type of dementia, affects 5.7 million Americans. And caregivers, I mean, there's more than 3 times as many caregivers. 16.1 people provide unpaid care to those with dementia. Wow. And it costs the medical community $277 billion. It's a huge undertaking.
Well, how many types of dementia are there?
There's many types, but vascular dementia is one of them, Alzheimer's is one of them, but the most common is Alzheimer's, which is most notably due to memory loss.
Yeah. So what have you found in your residency and in all your research? What are doctors coming to find out? What's some new tidbits that you've learned?
So there's many actually, but there is no formally a cure yet to reverse dementia, unfortunately, but we're hopeful that in the future a cure is just on the horizon. Until then, our focus is primarily on prevention. And so see, dementia is caused by damage to brain cells. And so in order to avoid that damage, the current theory of prevention focuses on cardiovascular health. So as we keep our cardiovascular health optimum, that'll help our brain. The way this works is our brain has, it's nourished by a rich network of blood vessels. And so to keep them healthy, there's a couple things you can do. First of all, making sure your cardiovascular health is optimal. How do you do that? So you keep your weight in check, you manage your blood pressure, you manage no smoking, and you have a healthy diet and exercise. And all of these together will help ensure that your brain is adequately nourished and there's minimal damage to it.
All right, so you mentioned food as well. We have to say we stay very, very healthy when it comes to food and exercise. What kind of foods? Because we hear all the time, you know, blueberries are good for memory loss or raspberry. What other kinds of foods should we be eating? Omega, I know that's. Yes. Is that true? Is that all that true?
So I would like to first say that there is no one superfood that's going to prevent dementia. It's a very trendy idea that, oh, once this superfood is out, now this is the best. No, now this is the best. And this kind of fad way of looking at dementia prevention is actually not correct. There are no excellent studies that link a good diet with dementia prevention, but what we know about the heart, blood vessels in the brain, that's how we're kind of linking together the diet and dementia prevention. However, so currently the best diet for cardiovascular health, studies have shown, is the Mediterranean diet. So that is very high in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, nuts, a little bit of salmon, olive oil. These kinds of things make up the Mediterranean diet. And there are decent studies about Mediterranean diet promoting good cardiovascular health. And so we're saying as a consequence of good cardiovascular health, you'll have a healthier brain.
I believe that. And let's talk about the caregiver real fast, because so many emotions go into it. I've seen in my own family, I'm sure many others have. It's the hardest disease, I think, to watch your loved one suffer from, because they're there, but they're not really there.
That's precisely right. So it's something that dementia develops over time, very slowly, and the family may not notice it just, you know, one fine day. It doesn't happen that things change, but they're changing over time. And in severe cases of dementia, our family members, they don't know where they are, they're confused about how they got there, they just aren't able to interact with their environment as well, and they change, and it's really hard to cope with and very emotionally taxing on the family.
Do you think, I'm not sure if people have put 2 and 2 together when they say, okay, I'm a caregiver, I'm going through a tough time because of this, should I go see a psychiatrist? Is that, I mean, it's always a good idea, I think, to get therapy, but would this be a prime example of a reason to go?
It's an excellent example, not only to alleviate your own stresses, issues, and see if you need therapy, medication, what, you know, is to make you the best that you could be to help your family member, but not only should caregivers be mindful of their own mental health, but linking the patient themselves to a psychiatrist for long-term care is very important as well. What are the benefits of this? Well, You can figure out what's best for the family, make plans that are long-term, how to maintain quality of life. All of these things can be discussed with a doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good advice.
Well, speaking of doctor, you are one. And for folks to reach out to you if they have more questions on the topic, how can they do so? I know you're very busy on your Instagram.
Yes, my Instagram is the Jazzy Doc. So they can contact me there, see what's going on. They can reach out at work, at CRMC, UCSF Fresno. We'd be happy to help in any way that I can.
Yes.
Well, thank you. We appreciate your time and your expertise.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Great advice.
And actually, June is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month.
Wow.
Perfect.
So this is a great topic that we've discussed today. Very timely.
Yes, definitely.
I know it helps a lot of people. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Doctor. Stick around, everybody, as we get